Good evening. The administration, staff, and students of Manzano High School would like to extend a special welcome to our loved ones, friends, and community members to our 2025 commencement ceremonies. Today marks Manzano High School's 63rd graduation ceremony. The administration of Manzano High School requests that we honor each and every graduate. Many friends and family members are in attendance this afternoon to honor their graduates. Please refrain from air horns and extended hollers so that every graduate's name can be heard and honored. We will continue to follow the Manzano tradition after each graduate with the Manzano clap. At this time, will you please stand to greet our graduates? We would like to continue with the tradition of hosting a dignified graduation. This includes standing respectfully and quietly during the presentation of colors, as well as waiting until the colors have left the floor. We ask that you remain standing for the Star-Spangled Banner as performed by Manzano Concert Choir, directed by Dr. Cummings, and the presentation of colors by the Manzano Naval Junior ROTC under the direction of Commander Tim Kersey and First Sergeant Matt McMiniman. Today's NJ ROTC Color Guard is commanded by Cadet Lieutenant Commander Jasmine Elisario under the direction of Commander Tim Kersey and First Sergeant Matt McMiniman. Please remain standing respectfully and quietly until the color guard has exited. You may now be seated. Parents and guests are asked to keep all aisles clear during the entire ceremony. This is by request of the fire department. Those wishing to take pictures must do so from their seats, and we ask that you remain seated so that you do not block the view of the others. An official photographer will be taking a picture of each graduate upon receiving a diploma. And now for Ms. Vigil.
Good evening, friends and family. I am Rachel Vigil, principal of Manzano High School. Please allow me to introduce everyone accompanying me today. Student Body President, Yesenia Naranjo. Student Body Vice President, Destiny Moore. Student Body Secretary, Desiree Prairie. Student Body Treasurer, Kareem Nuri. Student Body Historian, Marcus Pena. Salutatorian, Desiree Prairie. Valedictorian, Emilio Valdez. APS Board Member, Josefina Dominguez. Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Gabriela Blakey. APS Chief Academic Officer Sherry Jett, Assistant Principal of Curriculum and Instruction, Mrs. Erin Peterson, Assistant Principal of Buildings and Grounds, Mr. Jason Sanchez, and Assistant Principal for Special Education, Mr. Ryan Homesteck. At this time, I would also like to introduce our choir quartet: Alyssa Correa, Delilah Keir, Kylie Hoffman, Emma Wenrich, Shannon Shiosi, Madison Maptatel, Genevieve McMaster, Layla Rustvold, Phyla Melewa, and Vung Siam will be singing the class of 2025 senior song, Landslide by Fleetwood Mac.
Took my love and
Good evening, families, friends, esteemed faculty, honored guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. Let me begin by saying how deeply proud I am of each and every one of you. Yes, I say that every year, but I mean it every time. You've pushed through deadlines, decisions, love and heartbreak, and more tardy sweeps than any of us care to count. That alone deserves a round of applause. Recently, I had a moment that really stayed with me. One of those small, quiet instances that lingered long after the bell rang. I was doing a classroom observation. The teacher I visited is one of those special educators, not just skilled in teaching content, but in truly seeing students for who they are, and more importantly, who they are becoming. During class, one student, outgoing, full of personality, impossible to miss, was in the middle of something delightfully off topic. And the teacher smiled and said, "You know, one of the biggest drawbacks of being a teacher is not getting to see our students as their 30-year-old self. This right now," they added, "is the investment stage." That phrase stayed with me, the investment stage, because that's exactly what these past years have been, an investment. Your teachers, counselors, coaches, and family have poured time, energy, care, and a belief into you, not because they expected instant results, but because they believe in who you are becoming. And let's be honest, investing isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it means explaining the Pythagorean theorem to someone who's absolutely certain they will never need it. Sometimes it's asking, again, for you to put your cell phone away. And sometimes it looks like giving space for your personality to shine, even when it's big and loud and maybe slightly off topic. And yet, every late night, every check-in, every small victory, it's all added up. And now, you are starting to see the first signs of the return on that investment. The confidence, the growth, the sense that you are ready for what is next. But the full return, that's still coming. It will take shape in the choices that you'll make, the lives that you will impact, and the stories you'll write in the years ahead. Along the way, life will throw its curveballs, unexpected challenges, setbacks, and moments that will test your resolve. But those moments are not the end of your story. They are lessons, each one shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more resilient. So keep going, keep learning, never give up, because every step forward, no matter how tough, brings you closer to the person that you are meant to be. So, class of 2025, take all of it with you. Everything you've learned, everything you've become. Go invest in the world, in your dreams, in your chosen communities, and in what matters most to you. We may not get to see your 30-year-old selves, but we've seen the spark, and we know the investment was more than worth it. Before I close, I want to recognize the teacher who shared that powerful insight with me, Miss Robanne Harrison. Miss Harrison, along with 5 more phenomenal educators, are also graduating this year into retirement. Please join me in honoring Rob Ann Harrison, Dawn Hungerford, Patrick Florence, Coach Chris Castillo, Randy Flores, and Jason Sanchez. Would you all please stand to be recognized? These teachers have spent decades investing in generations of students, not for applause or recognition, but because they believed every single day in the promise of young people. To our retiring faculty, thank you for the years of patience, the laughter, the wisdom, and the investment. You may not get to see every return, but rest assured, your legacy is compounding beautifully. Congratulations, class of 2025. Go forth and be great and show the world what the Manzano Monarchs are all about. Will the audience please help me in giving these graduates a big round of applause? We will now have speeches from a few of our honored students. This year's valedictorian for the class of 2025 with a weighted GPA of 4.668, Emilio Valdez, and salutatorian Desiree Prairie with a weighted GPA of 4.637.
Thank you, Ms. Vigil. Howdy, y'all. I guess I'll start. Water is a sacred molecule that makes the earth the earth. For eons, it has carried delicate life forms from dusk till dawn, from birth till death. Water is essential. It makes up 70% of the body, 80% of the land area, and also 90% of a Dr. Pepper. Like the concepts of birth and death, water is also part of a cycle. Evaporation, precipitation, condensation, you get the gist. But the cycles are in danger. Specifically, we are running out. Dry and arid fields of crops take water from aquifers. Industrial practices are displacing natural aquifer levels, and logging companies are drying up entire forests due to getting rid of trees. However, I'm not here today to yap about the albeit important issue of climate change. We already have people much smarter than me for that. Instead, I'm here to talk about another kind of aquifer, lake, or ocean that environmentalists seem to forget about, the one that we have with us at all times. You see, since birth, we were all assigned a tank, not the ones for war, but the ones that hold water. What's in these tanks, you may ask? Well, I did just say water, but for the purposes of this speech, they symbolically contain life. The water in our tanks has been slowly dripping out, drip by drip, leak by leak, spill by spill. Well, Manzano class of 2025, I'm sorry to say this, but at this very moment, our tanks are only 75% full. 17 to 18 years of constant leaks has begun to drain us, but we still remain relatively full of youth and energy, our most powerful tool. We carry ourselves everywhere we go. The grocery store, the football fields, baseball fields, the library, wherever. Doing so, we supply our surroundings with life and energy where we spend most of our time and dedication. What do I mean by this? Certainly, if you water an area enough, things are sure to grow. I think farmers figured this part out already. I'm not too sure. Flowers begin to sprout, grass grows, and birds fly. A garden starts to take form from a combination of sweat, tears, and dedication. However, as we've seen in this world, water isn't always spent very wisely. Sometimes in our life, our spills and leaks don't lead to anything significant. We all make mistakes. We're humans after all. But we have to take into account that our so-called water is still running out. We need to conserve. We become the same irresponsible farmers, industrial plants, or logging companies that we criticize, leaching the water away from our own very precious gardens. We waste and waste and waste like there is no tomorrow, but there will be a day that the tank will run dry. However, I know you're all great. From the teachers to the coaches, athletes to the nerds, band to theater, drama to orchestra, guitar to choir. You have all developed a unique environment, a rainforest of biodiversity, a Garden of Eden, bursting to the seams due to nutrient-rich H2O that we leave behind. I came up here today to give a speech about graduation. Funnily enough, I clearly became an environmentalist. In doing so, I hope to see everybody conserve water in what way works best for them. I have no doubt that in the near future, I will see the flourishing gardens and lives of the many people sitting here. Acuérdense de sus raíces, remember your roots. Enough with this metaphor. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you, and congratulations to us, Manzano class of 2025. I would also like to introduce our salutatorian, short in stature, but tall in school pride and knowledge, Desiree Prairie.
Let's give another round of applause to our valedictorian, Emilio Valdez. Good evening, faculty, families, guests, and the class of 2025. We made it. We sit here as graduates, not because we always knew exactly what we were doing, but because we kept going, even when we didn't. Seriously though, our school may not be known for the best Wi-Fi, but it is known for having the most mysterious, unsolvable, reoccurring toilet floods in history. Plumbers fear us, maintenance dreads us, and I'm convinced those pipes have seen more horror than any AP Lit essay. But let's be real, if we can survive that, we can survive anything. All jokes aside, today isn't just about making it through the flooding bathrooms. These were the days we once imagined would feel like a dream. But instead, we were met with chaos, confusion, and chances. Again and again, every single day. You think the bathrooms were flooding again, but this is just a constant reminder that however fancy or not, is immune to pressure. But maybe that's what school was, pressure, systems, expectations. And still, we pushed through all obstacles. Not always gracefully, not always cleanly, but persistently. And isn't that the first definition of progress? Refusing to let an obstacle become our downfall. We all dealt with different challenges in our lives. Some of us were the first to wear a cap and gown in our families. Others took courage to break free from comfort and step into the unknown. We all face fear, anxiety, and self-doubt, and still, we rose together. I want to tell you that from here on out, it'll all make sense. But here's the truth. No one really knows what they're doing. We are all improvising, even the people who look like they have 5-year plans ahead of them. We are building as we walk, sketching as we live, and that's okay. There's a fear in all of us, the voice that constantly whispers, so what, when we hesitate, stumble, or shy away from the uncertainty ahead. So what? So what if you change your major 5 times? So what if your plan fails and you need to change and start over? Progress is not a straight line. The world needs fewer people with perfect plans and more people who are honest about the mess. It wasn't always easy. Some of us cried behind closed doors. Others fought battles no one ever saw. But here we are. So define your own progress. Don't let anyone measure you by the pace of another. Whether you're guided by joy or weighed down by fear. Move in your truth. Stay curious and let failure be your flame. This is not the end. This is your gallery in the making. So hang your cap on the wall, step back, and admire what you built. But to end this all, I want to give my special thanks to my mom, dad, and brothers. Thank you for always being by my side through each and every step of the way, with love that has never ended. Congratulations, class of 2025. Now introducing our Madam President, the fearless survivor of pigeons, and the one reminding us it's the little moments that matter the most. Give it up to Yesenia Naranjo.
Can we get up one more time for Desiree Prairie? Good afternoon, distinguished guests, faculty, staff, parents, and my fellow graduates. My name is Yesenia Naranjo, and I'm the student body president, and it is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate not just an ending, but the beginning of a beautiful new journey. As I look out to all of you, I see dreams, big and small, woven with hopes and aspirations. Each of us embarked upon this journey, waiting for the moment we could finally grow up, and here we are, standing at the start of tomorrow. Remember, it's not merely the destination that defines our path, but the small moments we cherish along the way. Life is not merely about the grand milestones, but about the infinite whispers of love and gratitude embedded in our everyday. To my fellow graduates, I urge you to embrace these lessons with open hearts. Life will hand us both joy and sorrow, and in that balance lies our growth. I have learned to trust myself, and I want you guys to do the same. You have the strength to face and heal from the past and to rise after every fall. God has a purpose for each of us, and in seeking that purpose, we must remember that everything happens for a reason. Reflect on your journey and be proud of who you're becoming. I want to remind you that our minds can often be our fiercest adversaries. Mastering your thoughts is the key to living fully in the moment. And if you're struggling right now, know that our community believes in you. Each one of us is strong, and your battles are not fought in vain. As one of my teachers, Ms. Hargis, once shared a deep truth with me. When you're having a hard time, sometimes all you can do is sit with your feelings, but eventually you must go through them. In order to heal, you have to feel everything all at once, and that's okay. Though the path may lead us through darkness, know that there is light on the other side. You have to aspire to know the happiest version of yourself, and sometimes that means delving into the shadows that truly appreciate the light. We can't always predict the future, so let's not just survive in the moment, we must live. For every opportunity I've received, I thank Jesus, the source of my strength. The verse I carry close to my heart that I want to share with you today is, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It is a privilege to be alive in this moment surrounded by all of you. As we part ways today, remember that we're more than classmates. We're a community. Let's take care of ourselves and one another. Thank you.
APS Board Member Josefina Dominguez. The graduates before you have met all of the graduation requirements as set forth by the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, along with the New Mexico Public Education Department. To you, Josefina Dominguez, I present the class of 2025.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here and to look out at the next crop of leaders that are coming into our community. Because somewhere out there is a leader that is going to replace me and others on the school board, because this is the most important thing that you can do, in my humble opinion. On behalf of the Albuquerque Public Schools Board of Education, it is my honor, my joy, to accept the class of 2025 from Manzano High School. Mil bendiciones y felicidades.
It is now my pleasure to invite the class of 2025 to the stage to receive their diplomas. Teacher of the Year 2021, Francesca Martinez, will you please join me on stage to welcome the graduates?
After each name is read, please join us in the traditional monarch clap. Graduates, could you please demonstrate this? Thank you. Emilio Valdez. Desiree Prairie. Olivia McCall. Addison Parrish. Marcus Pena. Emily Stewart. Kai Youngberg. Nguyen Tan. Shelby Gideon. Tinley Nguyen. Caden Vigil. Evan Sheffield. Andres Gallegos. Ernesto Ramirez. Joshua Sahlstrom. Shayla Campos. Simon Fort. Brian Wynn. Yesenia Naranjo. Lorenzo Medina. Jesus Trujillo Rios. Trinity Hoytevent. Destiny Moore. Kareem Nori. Avari Abeta. Diego Aguirre. Isabella Auja Hernandez. Christian Ajasin Feeney. Easton Alderete. Mark Ayala. Angel Almanza. Matthew Alvarez. Thessaly Anaya Lee. Violet Antonoli. Destiny Archuleta. Esteban Archuleta. Sofia Armendariz. Jocelyn Arieta. Amelia Baca. Michael Baca. Angel Barber. Israel Barasa. Elias Barrios Granados. Asher Berry. Roxanne Bell. Gwen Besta. Alexander Blair. Tessa Bodner. Aiden Bosiger. Jordan Booth. Dan Borbor. Cedric Boykins Jr. Amelia Breeding. Diego Bustamante. Brianna Bustillos. Diego Castillo. Tylea Castillo. Peyton Chambers. Jacob Chavarria. Reina Chavarria. Angelique Chavez. Ian Chavez. Isabel Chavez. Santiago Chavez. Valentino Chavez. Caden Chirino. Reginald Clark VI. Dayton Clay. Elias Concannon. Aileen Corral. Matthew Crispin. Nicole Cruz. Trinity Davis. Brian Denton. Anaí Diaz Lopez. Michelle Lechuga Dominguez. Aiden Downing. Maddie Espinosa. Abel Federico. Drew Finks. Aiden Flores. Joseph Garza. Jeffrey Glasgow. Evelyn Goodney. Lenore Goodsey. Chloe Gomez. Rocky Gomez. Zariah Gomez. Destiny Gonzalez. Elicia Gonzalez. Esteban Gonzalez. Brianna Granados Beltran. Ariana Griffin. Juan Guerrero. Andrew Gutierrez. Olivia Hargrove. Chase Hartford. Kamari Hawkins. Joseph Hernandez. Gabriela Herrera. Christopher Hauser, Jr. Faith Hunter. Demetrius Irving. Cristobal Ginzo. Julianne Johnson. Johnny Johnson. Manuel Huardo. Annalise Carr. Emmanuel Kelly. Deholane Kemp. Damian Coolin. Isaiah King. Tang Lei. Nateo Lee Anzaludua. Caleb Lewis. Wyatt Lewis. Mia Lazine. Ezra Linton. Arnaldo Loeta Coronado. Alyssa Lopez. Jesus Lopez. Jose Lopez. Kevin Lopez. Nevea Lopez Robles. Sanaa Lowry. Cassandra Lozano. Isabella Maestas. Emmanuel Maldonado. Ronan Manuel. Mona Lisa Marshall. Danny Martinez. Emilio Mata Casillas. Gabriella McCarthy. James McLudd. Manuel Medina. Miguel Mendez Lechuga. Madison Mendoza. Audrey Miller. Brooklyn Miller. Jared Miranda. Jose Molina Jr. Isaac Mondragon. Moon Montano. Jasmine Montoya. Roberto Moreno Rojo. Faith Morrow. Damian Moyer. Billy Nguyen. Lun Nguyen. Jamie Nguyen. Mariah Olguin. Justine Orozco. Diego Ortiz. Fendi Ray Pena. Isaac Placencia. Annika Plake. Jonah Portillos. Leah Reed. Ayarisa Ricarte. Sergio Rios Morales. Natalie Rivas. Daniela Rochelle. Alexi Romero. Joshua Romero. Marcos Romero. Eduardo Ruiz Vargas. Steve Sassad. Christian Santillanes. Avea Sadacino. Ricky Scroggins. Henkezia Shorter. Kalina Silachan. Vanessa Silva. Iris Silva Berg. Tierra Sims Chavez. Cameron Slentz. Joseph Sonnenberg. Naomi Sosa. Shyla Starr. Xander Stowell. Tierra Stukes. Warawanza Supaniche Tawazin. Sax Suwanison. Renika Tafoya. Aaron Tang. Alejandro Torres. Miley Torres. Ernesto Torres. One Tran. Win Sosi. Leanne Ulabadi. Zoe Urias. Adon Uribe Cervantes. Evangeline Valadez. Zachary Valdez. Sal Valdez Vasquez. Rio Valiant. Sophia Vargas. James Vautier. Jennifer Vasquez. Jarell Villa Pedrosa. Vincent Vonderhaar. Liam Welch. Oren Whittington. Hunter Wilkinson.
Upon conclusion of the commencement ceremony, graduates will be escorted out. They will be united with their loved ones in the greeting area just in front of the Coliseum entrance. Class of 2025, we would like to say the memories we have shared through high school will always be deep within our hearts. Now, as a final act of unity, we will follow the Manzano tradition that the class moves their tassels together. Will the class of 2025 please rise? Please move your tassels with me from right to left. Ladies and gentlemen, I proudly present to you the class of 2025. You may now toss your caps.
Thank you.